Hello guys, so this is the second part of the video on how to install and configure OpenVPN on pfsense. On the first video, we already installed, I configure our no IP account and dynamic DNS. So as evidence, so we have here in our dynamic DNS, so our host name is kamudad.ddns.net with an IP. Okay. So now we're gonna configure our client export package. So in order to do that, we have to go to Package Manager. We go to Available Package. Okay, so we wait for a while. So we type OpenVPN and click Search. Okay, so we have here OpenVPN Client Export. So we click Install. Confirm. So I don't know how long will it take to download and initialize, so I'm gonna pause the video first. Okay, so it took approximately 15 minutes using virtual machine to install the OpenVPN. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to restart my firewall because apparently my memory is almost full. I have only allocated 1 GB on my firewall. So I'm gonna close it first and then reopen it. So I'm gonna save the state machine first. So hold on for a while. Then here I'm going to change the settings. Memory. Okay, I think I need to shut it down. Okay, let me pause again. Okay, so I've restarted my pfsense, so now I've allocated 2 GB of memory. So, because there's a lot of service I've installed, take note I installed IDS using Snort. I also installed pfblocker. And I've also installed, I'm about to install OpenVPN, which is I installed earlier. So we'll continue with the instructions. So this is a 3-part video. So now we're in video number 2. So let's move on and proceed with the instruction. So now we're in number 4. So here we need to go to VPN, OpenVPN. Okay, so we need to click the add button. Okay. We need to go to wizard. And here, type of server, local user access. Okay, sorry about that again. So next, where were we? Oh yeah, wizard, and then we just leave it type of server, local user access. We click next, and then here under certificate authority, so we're gonna give it a descriptive name. So I'll just name it OpenVPN via pfsense. Okay, for the key length, we're just gonna leave it 2048. So take note about public key infrastructure. This is the length of the certificate that our server will issue to the client. So this is the size of the public key. Okay, under country code, so we're gonna use Germany. So what's the country code of Germany? So let's say Germany country code. Okay, DE. So Germany is DE. So it's gonna be DE. And then under province, so this one is we're looking for a province in Germany and the city. So meaning your IP address will reroute you to this location, spoofing the ISP and any other devices. So as it will appear that you're connected in Germany, not in Brunei Darussalam. So continue this one now. So state or province, we'll say Bavaria. It's the name of a drink, right? Munich. Organization, let's just name it Nakamura. Then we're gonna click add lagi. So this time it's gonna be for the server certificate. So we're just gonna name it OpenVPN server certificate. Okay, so the rest we're just gonna leave it as it is because it's already filled in from last time, such as the country, state, city, and organization. So we create new certificate. Okay, now under server setup, under interface, we're gonna select one. Right. So so that we don't have to switch between screen. So under protocol, we're gonna choose TCP IPv4 and IPv6 on all interfaces. Here, the multi-home. Local port, we will leave it as it is. For the description, you just name it OpenVPN server info. Okay, so under cryptographic setting, we're just gonna leave it as it is. Everything we will leave it. So you're familiar with what type of encryption, AES. Algorithm to be used in the public key, secure hash algorithm. Under tunnel settings, we're gonna fill in this one. So this one is a bit important. So under tunnel network, we have to select a subnet that is different from our server. So take note that our local address is this one, 192.168.10.1. So we're gonna choose a different subnet from this one. So here, 192.168.11.0/24. So 0/24 will cover all IP addresses from 11.1 until 255. 24 indicates the 4 octet ato. 4 octet is this one. Right? So take note the maximum IP address of 1 octet is 255, 0 to 255. Okay. So under local network, so we're not gonna check redirect get to gateway. So under local network, here, we're gonna put our subnet, which is this one, 10. So 192.168.10.0/24. Under concurrent connection, for the sake of the tutorial, we're gonna choose one such, meaning there's only one client that will be allowed to log on to the server. So let's say if you have remote workers that wants to access your files locally, so you can select how many. Okay, so since our server is small, organization is small, so we pick a smaller sample size. So in this case, I'm just gonna choose one sajat for the sake of the tutorial. Okay, now let's go to the client settings. Okay, under client settings, under DNS server 1, we're gonna input here the address of our DNS server. Since we're using a pfSense firewall, immediately our DNS server is the pfSense firewall IP address, which is this one. So we're just gonna type it here. And then we're gonna type our another address, which is 8.8.8.8. So if you're wondering what's that, so this is the default DNS server or public DNS. Okay. So let's continue now with the next step. So after this, we click next. We just leave everything as it is. So we're already in step 10 out of 11. So make sure you check firewall rule. This will allow OpenVPN to be added to the firewall rule. And traffic from client through VPN, make sure you check this one. Click next. And then we click finish. Okay, so now it's already created. So we will continue with the next video, hopefully the last video, on how to connect clients to the VPN server.